Hello, welcome in. Get out the cold. Remember, shoes off at the front door. Get some snacks and come take a seat. And join us here in the Music Shack with both
Ray
and Jack. We
Yay.
took a little bit of a break last week, and there wasn't really much happening. And we thought that would definitely be the time to take a break. And we were wrong because there is a lot to talk about. But to be fair, we kind of knew it was coming. But there is just a lot to talk about today.
There wasn't a lot when we meant to record last week. There was not a lot to talk about, to be fair.
That is true.
And I needed a break. So, thank you for being patient with us and allowing us to have a break is important. And this episode will probably be longer than normal because we have a lot to talk about. So it'll make up for it.
Yeah, we will make up for it, and it is important to take breaks. So,
yes.
That comes first always.
Yes. Well, let's not waste our time and get right into it. So, something we missed that happened last week that we weren't able to talk about was that Olivia Rodrigo released her new single, Vampire, which personally I am obsessed with it. I think it's really good. It's really, really good. I think it doesn't have the loop factor that Driver's License had.
Okay.
I think it's not the kind of song I would play on repeat for 5 days straight, for 3 months straight, and then get sick of it and never play it again, which is kind of how Driver's License felt for me. It's the kind of song that I'm going to love for a long time, but I'm not going to play it nonstop forever until I get tired of it.
That was one of the main things I think when it came out, is obviously people were like, oh, it has the same kind of, it might have the same feel as Driver's License, and a lot of people weren't wanting to repeat it. But I think as times went on since the release, everybody's had the same kind of opinion issue. It's so good, but it also it's not one of those songs where even if it does get a ton of radio play, it would never be, I think, a song that you could really get sick of. I feel like Driver's License, it was that vibe where it was such a good song, but even though it was really overplayed, I think after you listen to it a couple of times yourself, you kind of felt that fatigue from it. But this song is just, it feels refreshing, and Olivia is just proving that she can disappear and come back and act like nothing's happened and still be one of the most interesting and fun artists that we have about these days, and just the music video for it and everything was so fun. Did not know what to expect. We were wrong. Well, I don't know whose theory it was, but I think I was wrong with my theory about the blood and the red and everything. But it kind of was right. There was blood in it.
There was blood in it, to be fair, and I think that we don't need her to rebrand completely, and we talked about this a little bit last time as well. She doesn't need to rebrand, and I think the fact that she as a female, such a young female artist, can be successful without having to do a complete rebrand with some kind of shock factor and still be successful. So update from last week, so her Vampire came out. It's been out for a little while. It's been really, really good. And it got number 1 on the Billboard charts, which is so exciting. Olivia is the first artist to get number 1 on the Billboard charts with her first artist ever with her first 2 lead singles, which is crazy. And that's history that she could do that, and she didn't even have to reinvent herself, and that just says so much about how far people like Beyonce and Taylor Swift and have pushed the industry to recognizing female artists, that they can break records on their own and not just break a female record,
Yeah, and the whole rebranding thing, it is more now just become a thing. If the artist wants to do it, they can.
There's nothing wrong with doing it.
Yeah, it's up to the artist, and artists that do it have fun with it. But it's just because this has been a trend that artists have had to do to kind of stand out. It doesn't mean that's the way things are going. How many men do you see rebrand themselves every new album? None. So why
Ed Sheeran released 700 albums with mathematical symbols.
That is true.
So,
yeah.
That's no hate on Ed Sheeran, by the way. We love Ed Sheeran
We
here.
do.
But like, it was a joke.
That was just a little dig for having John Mayer on stage, but it's okay. That's all
It's
we're
okay.
gonna say.
We forgive him for that. I have thoughts, but we're not gonna talk about it. The album's gonna be so good. I'm like excited to see with the album like what kind of direction she goes with it. Like obviously this is one song, and like I'm curious when the next single will be, and like if it's gonna be like more of the same vibe, or we're gonna get like a slower song maybe next time, or like I don't know. I feel like I've heard people say that a lot of the album might be like jealousy kind of vibes, which I think is fun. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot more explicit songs on this album as well. I think we have 4 or 5 as well.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. It'll be good. I think that's exciting. And we'll definitely talk about it in the podcast. Okay, the next thing that we are going to talk about is Maisie. So we did review her album last week. So exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe it was boring for you, but we had fun. So who cares? This is our podcast. But we love you guys for listening. So yeah. Maisie got number 1 on the UK charts. The Good Witch got number 1. Big battle between her and Elton John. And I would like to say fuck Elton John for bringing out young artists on stage in Glastonbury and everything and being praised for that, and then literally getting all of like these young artists, young celebrities, not artists, to like post on their Instagram story like buy John Mayer's album, to like literally block an actual young female artist from getting number 1 because he wanted to get number 1 when he's fucking Elton John, and he's had a million number 1s, and he wanted to like block Maisie from it, which is fucked up.
Yeah, like I can't even imagine the chaos if that happened.
No, I mean it's just awful that he was even trying. Like I'm like, okay, like if you played Glastonbury and then all of a sudden your albums are getting more buys and streams and you raise in the charts, that's fine. But the fact that he was like actively pushing people to buy it on his social media because he saw that it was charting is like fucked up to me.
You know, I
like,
agree as well. Like you've done enough. Like chill. Like just let someone. If you're gonna promote smaller artists or like have this like whole persona of being someone who is like very healthy, like has a very like healthy attitude towards like new artists and helping them get their way and everything, and like just using your platform to boost them, but then you're gonna come down on someone who fucking deserves it, like
it's fucked up,
deserves the number 1 and has worked so hard for it, and like to push it after you've seen that it's so close, like I don't know.
I it's just messed up, and I feel bad for Maisie that like she kind of had the number 1 in the bag and then this had to happen, and like but I mean, she did get the number 1, so not to discredit that, but there was a lot of like pressure on social media for people to buy, and she had to do a lot of extra stuff, but that's okay because it was worth it in the end, so it's okay. But
it's worth it because we did get something.
She got number 1, which is good, and we also, because of all of this, as like enticing as a reward to like the fans for like pushing the Good Witch number 1, she gave us Girls House, which for those who don't know, Girls House is a unreleased song that Maisie has been teasing since like You Signed Up for This. It's something that she wrote like near the end of making You Signed Up for This, and I was going to be on like a You Signed Up for This deluxe that never ended up happening. And it's just something fans have been begging for forever. So we finally got it in this like Dropbox link that Ed Sheeran posted on his Instagram story, which is so funny, which it's now been deleted. But if you go into the Maisie Peters Discord, it's definitely still there. So maybe if you're still looking for it, you can definitely find it somewhere like that.
I'll put the link in the description. Go check it out. It'll be there somewhere. You just might have to search for it, but
yeah, it's there. Or just ask somebody in general chat. Be like, hey, where is it?
And they'll send you to the amazing like song that is Girls House, and it's just a funny. It's I like see when listening to it. I was just like, I don't think the first listen actually went in my head because I was just so happy that we actually got it. Like I didn't believe it.
Crazy. When I clicked on the link, I was like fully expecting to hear like me or something.
We have
like,
been traumatized as Swifties. That is literally.
I know.
Oh no.
I know.
Can you imagine?
It's like the Rickroll of Swifties.
Ed Sheeran would have won that day.
No, but like he was so funny. He was like, on the Instagram live, he was like, I don't know how to use Spotify, so I'm just gonna put it on Reddit. But yeah, it was fun. I loved it. I think it's the kind of song that's like, it's not for Spotify, it's not for the general public, it's for her fans, and like her fans are the ones who would, like, the fans who are like loyal enough to like go and check Ed Sheeran's Instagram story to get the Dropbox link are the ones who deserve it. And so that's like, I think it's a really cute gift and something nice for her to do, to give us an unreleased song. That another song I got to play from my files app, like You're Losing Me.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever seen the light of day.
I
hope it does,
I need You're Losing Me on Spotify. I know Girls House will never be on Spotify, but I need You're Losing Me on Spotify so badly. You went to a Maisie show on July 9th, so why don't you talk about that, because that's fun.
I did go to 2 Maisie shows on July 9th. Before I get shouted at, this second show was added, and it didn't sell out for like 4 days. So if you didn't get a ticket, that's not on me. I'm really sorry.
There's a lot of people who went to both of them. I don't think
she
there's
literally
anything
said
wrong.
like, she was like, I'm definitely going to see some of you later, and we were like, yeah, like you are, obviously.
Obvious.
But
I did see that some people like got the 5 p.m. and then were trying to sell the 7 p.m. because like it was better to leave earlier for their trains and stuff.
Right,
so
that
it definitely
sense.
wasn't everybody, but if there's a show at 5 p.m. and a show at 7 and in the same place and you're already there, I mean, you might as well go to both if you're able.
Yeah, because it was only like, so the show ended and it was only like 40 minutes you were waiting in the queue to get them back in again. But she done acoustic show. She's been doing them last month, and this is the last 2 on the like kind of run of acoustic shows for this year, and probably for a little while. So we got a surprise. So we got Want You Back acoustic, which was so beautiful, and little me was sitting there hoping that someone had seen my TikTok asking them to scream after the second after the last verse. No one did. Was upset. But
maybe we can make that a thing for the Good Witch tour. If it
happens, I don't know if she'll play it.
Yeah, it might just be an acoustic set only thing.
But it was amazing, and I held off on listening to Wendy, and I'm so glad I did because it was so beautiful. Like hearing
the
it for the
acoustic
first time.
version
So
of
good.
Wendy is so much better than the album version. I want her to release the acoustic version because it's so good. And if she plays Wendy on tour, I hope she plays the acoustic version.
She has to. Like I think she's seen the response from it. Like I definitely feel
it's
like
so good, so good.
We got.
The production ruined it. I love you, Joe Rubel, but I hate you for that. But I mean, okay, when I say the production ruined it, I don't mean that it's so bad that I can't listen to it. Like, I still love Wendy for what it is, but the acoustic version is just better.
So good. Yeah, hopefully we get it on Spotify. If not, then hopefully we get that at shows. Like, if she transitions from like the normal songs and does like an acoustic version for Wendy and then goes back. But
It'll be fun.
What else we got? Talking to Strangers, Personal Best. We got a bunch of, I can't even think now. We got Architecture and stuff as well. Volcano, so good.
I'm so jealous of Personal Best and Art. Actually, I can't be jealous of Personal Best because on the You Signed Up for This tour, Toronto was the only day she played Personal Best because someone requested it, which is cute. So I can't complain because I also have heard Personal Best live. But
that's so cute though.
I'm so jealous of Architecture. Cute! Yay! That's fun.
So we like got like, obviously I think one of our shows were like some of the only ones to actually get like special songs. I remember messaging you at the Edinburgh show. I was like, we got the last week. Like I literally spammed you. I was so excited.
Yeah. So I think like, yeah, because she played the list in her America and Australia tours. last year and on Asia shows, but she just cut it for the UK shows for some reason, but then she played it on a few days, which was nice. I don't know why she did that. But yeah.
It was so good. Q&A is chaotic. I don't even have anything to say other than
it's so fun that she does the Q&As though.
It was,
I love
it. See the one at night. The one in the afternoon was quite tame.
Yeah.
There was a couple like, oh, are you doing ETAS tour and stuff? And it's like, okay, she's been asked that. Like,
fuck off.
The whole point of Q&A is to ask her things about
that she
like,
can answer.
And like, yeah. So she literally shut it down instantly. She was like, okay, and then like moved on to the next person. At night, we got a Sugar Babes sing along. Don't know why. We got
that's so funny.
What else did we get? I'm trying to think. We got Long Live, not Long Live, Last Kiss. Oh my god, that's just in my brain. We got Last Kiss on July 9th. It was so beyond special.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was so good. I seen something on Twitter and it was by Swift Society, and I panicked because I seen Maisie and I was like, this is not going to be good, but it was just a snippet of it. And
nobody was hating on her.
Yeah,
thank
nobody
God.
was. Thank God.
They're like, oh my God, why does she sing like that? Like, fuck off.
I was so scary.
I hate people who say shit like that, but thank God they weren't.
There was one comment, it was like, oh, she's just trying to be an opener for the ETAS tour, and I was like, shut up. Just go back.
I don't know what she's trying to do. She's already played stadiums with Ed Sheeran, so just like, fuck off.
Exactly. We are Maisie protectors until the end.
Anyway.
But, yeah, I think that, and then yeah, it was just such a fun experience. I missed out on a group photo at the end. I knew it was going to happen. My phone had 2% because I was away camping this weekend, so I literally got back on Sunday, had to literally get changed and sprint out the door to get a train, and then I had
God,
2%.
That's so stressed.
And I needed my ticket, and it was on my phone, so I missed the group photo at the end. But it was still like so fun, and I'm glad I got to see two.
Yeah, it's worth it to be able to get home to miss that, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good like. I would rather be at home than stranded in Edinburgh. But honestly, it was just such a good experience, and I can't wait for the next ones. But the
it'll be fun.
Shows are coming up as well soon, so that'll be.
I'm seeing Maisie in almost a month. I'm seeing her on August 14th, which is so exciting.
That's so soon.
So soon. Good Witch Tour starts so soon, probably in November.
I think October? It is November. I was going to look, but I definitely won't be able to find it. But yeah,
anyway,
it'll be around that time. But
enough of that. We have a lot of Taylor stuff to talk about this week because there was, shit that happened at the Eras Tour. There were tickets that went on sale for the Eras Tour. And Speak Now, Taylor's version came out. So we are going to talk about that. And we are going to discuss a lot about it. And as promised, we will be going through the vault tracks.
Yes.
One by one, and we will be going through our thoughts on them, like just exactly like what we think, and it'll be fun. I'm excited.
Sorry, I was just freaking out and showing them Speak Now vinyls.
Oh my God, fun. I didn't buy any. I'm fake. I'm sorry.
I've got an open. Anybody want to join the podcast? We've got an open spot.
Fuck off. Okay. So, to start, let's talk about the tracks on Speak Now that aren't from the vault. So, we're not going to go through these one by one. Otherwise, we could talk for 3 hours. And we love you guys, but we don't want to waste your time.
And honestly, nobody wants to hear that. I'm gonna be fully real. As much as we'd love to, nobody is gonna want to listen to us ramble.
So okay, sorry if I'm looking at my other screen. I've got the track list open just so like I can see the producers and the credits and everything as we talk about things. So obviously this album is completely self-written. It's really, really nice. I think Speak Now, Taylor's version, is such a precious album for Taylor. And I don't know, Jack, if you got to read the prologue.
Yes.
It made me cry when I read it. Mm-hmm. And I just think like what she says in the prologue really like captures, I guess, exactly what Speak Now means to Taylor because of the time in her life that it was, and getting to look back on those things and with like her adult perspective is like crazy. And I don't know, I think it's definitely worth a read. I think that just like what she talks about there's one part of the prologue that like really stood out to me, where she says, I'll always feel shivers all over when I remember singing Long Live to close the show every night of tour. The outstretched hands of those bright and beautiful faces of the fans. Their support was like an open palm that reached out and helped me off the ground when others were frankly mean. These days, I make my choices for those people, the ones who thought I had been good enough all along. I try to speak my mind when I feel strongly in the moment I feel it. I'm still idealistic and earnest about the music I make, but I'm less crushed when people mock me for it. I now know that one of the bravest things a person can do is create something with unblinking sincerity, to put it all on the line. And I just feel like that bit that she talks about there, like where she talks about how she does everything for the fans who she knows have been loyal to her through thick and thin, regardless of anything. And I think about some people in the fan base today who are fans because it's popular to be Taylor fans. And I think about how Taylor knows that those people are some of them, not all of them. Like, it's okay to become a fan late, but like some of them are fake.
Yeah.
And I just think that like she really like speaks to everything that I feel, and I think it's really great that she like recognizes that, and that she can be 33 years old and be at the height of her career despite all of this stuff, and say like, know that at one point that might come crumbling down, like castles crumbling. And but like be okay with it because she knows how to deal with it.
Yeah, that was, I'm actually gonna cry. Like, see, when this obviously when the prologue was kind of released, we all like to joke and everything. We're like, oh, Taylor hates Speak Now because she had no promo for it, or like had said nothing. But then like if you look at like what like Fearless TV got and what Red TV got, like this is like a full on like love letter to Speak Now. And Speak Now means so much to me, and it like what she said in the prologue and what Raes like said there, like it just, this album connects to so many people, and it's like she is speaking over like from the destination from the original album, the stolen version, to this version, like speaking about the timeline, like especially with like how she can see who's really there and everything, and like why she does the things she's done, and where she gets that energy and belief, and like power from, and like it puts a lot of like the love we have for Taylor, like she sees it all, and it's like it's so amazing. And like I completely agree. I think something that like maybe some like Swifties like won't get, and like I think that like if you've been a fan of Taylor through thick and thin, whether you joined even like during the Rep era, or during the Fearless era, during the Speak Now era, or even like during the Midnights era, in the future when you listen to songs, when you're a stan of someone, you have so many memories with them. Like, I remember being 11, 12 years old in 7th grade and having a crush on the boy who sat next to me in my class. And coming home every day and listening to Sparks Fly because that was like the coolest thing. And I don't know, it was just funny. That was just fun. And like I'm like, now I listen to that song and I'm like, oh my god, like that's what I remember, which is weird. But like, that is what I remember of it. Or like, I don't know, like it's crazy. Even like the Story of Us, I just remember like listening to that song so much and like singing in my bedroom and like putting on a whole charade and like a weirdo, and it's just like those memories make listening to these songs so much special. And just like to get into the
the songs themselves, I feel like a lot of people were complaining when they first listened that like they don't like the production, yada yada yada. So I think I didn't like the production as much on first listen either, and then I saw a tip on Twitter to turn off some setting, whatever it's called on Spotify. You have to turn off. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I didn't pull up that tweet, so I don't remember what exactly it was. But maybe I'll find it later, and then Jack can put it in the description.
Yeah, I've not seen that, so I'll need to try that.
And I turned off that setting, and like it fixed everything. I felt like they sounded so much more like the original tracks, but it still felt fuller. Like her voice sounds so much more mature, and the production sounds more complete. You can hear her voice more over like the male background singer, which I think on the old Speak Now you could hear the male background singer. Like the male background singer was needed to make her voice feel full. Here, it just felt like a compliment to it. It's actually the exact same person who did the background vocals in Speak Now Is Now, which is fun. So that's exciting. I think, I don't know, what were your thoughts like overall on the Taylor's version album?
So like the whole production thing and stuff, I definitely didn't even like pay attention to it the first listen. I think I was just filled with nostalgia and like like been waiting for this for so long. But I like as the second listen and stuff came in, you do start to notice things. But it is like the small, like I'll need to try it with that setting. I've not tried it. I've not seen it, so I'll definitely try it with that and see how it sounds. But it's more of like when we come into it knowing it's going to be a bit different. As much as like I am someone who loves like the little small like country like accent like twangs at the end of some words and everything, like so I'll always look out for that. But it's like just to hear like how her voice has matured, and like small things like the backing singer and stuff, like it what you said is like it they're still there, but it's more like she has like become, she's like grown and like matured over the years and like has developed and is like worked on her voice and everything. It's like she's so much more powerful like back then than she now than she was back then, and it's like she doesn't, not that she doesn't need it, but like it's still there to complement her, but it's like she could do this on her own now, like, and it just shows you how like she's improved. As much as we think Taylor's amazing, like it's crazy to see how much she's improved from like the previous years to now, and she still like blasts out these things that we just never thought we'd ever like hear, and we're like still shocked by it just because it genuinely just goes to show like how like talented she is. But like from like and like the vault tracks as well, it's like how were these locked away, and like not part of the original album, and it's the whole listen, I like first listen was just nostalgia filled. I kind of did notice like some things after that, but just glad that it's in our hands, and I'm still
specific
trying to find
songs
but
that made me like really nostalgic for me personally, like Story of Us. I mentioned Story of Us and
such
Sparks.
a good song.
Oh my god, when she says at the end and like the next chat, the talking bit sounds so different because of her voice, but I it gives it like some kind of like, I don't know, I just like it, like it's just so nice. And like the people on like TikTok and stuff who are like, I don't like this Taylor's version of this, so I'm gonna listen to the old version. Like fuck you, like I get it, but I just like no, like that's not, if you want to claim to be a fan of Taylor, then you should support her for this, whether you like it or not. Like that's just it. But it's like, anyway, that was just a random rant.
Yeah, you're so right though.
The songs to me that were really nostalgic, Sparks Light, and then Never Grow Up was so nostalgic for me because it was just like, like I said, I can remember listening to this album when I was like 11 years old, and I was in 7th grade or 7th grade, and I would listen to it on the family computer after school, and my parents probably were like, what the hell? And then just listening to it now is like, I don't know, it just has that thing. Same with me, and like just hearing like things like, oh, like one day I'll be living in a big old city and all you're ever gonna be is me. And then I'm like, well, I am. I am living in a big city by myself and doing things as an independent badass that I am. And all the people who bullied me in high school are just losers. So that was fun. And then the other one was obviously Long Live, that like hit home. Just like hearing Long Live Taylor's version was so special, like insane. I loved it. I loved it so much.
We can have the similar, like, when you were going through that, like my most nostalgic tracks are like Speak Now, and everybody said this on Twitter the last couple of weeks, like, I swear there used to be a music video, but it's obviously not. It's just because the image.
There was. I feel like we need to get a music video for it just because of this. Because I swear I remember watching a music video for Speak Now too.
But like, I don't know. There's like, it's part of people are like, is it just because we've seen? I don't know if you've ever seen New Girl, but there's a part in New Girl where she like is like does that kind of thing.
No,
or
yeah.
it's like the image as well for the Speak Now like song that was released years ago.
The one
like,
where she's like,
like, I don't know what it's like. She's kind of standing
thing.
up, and it's like at the wedding,
and she's in the yellow dress,
yeah. So it's like,
oh my god,
what have we like? There must have been something that we've seen, but I don't think we'll ever get a music video for it. But I really hope we do.
I mean, I was so young, but like, I just feel like I remember watching a Speak Now music video, but I might be mistaking it for The Story of Us, because I feel like maybe it might be that. I feel like it would be fun to like remake music videos. Like, I feel like Taylor shouldn't be. I know Taylor doesn't have that kind of time, but like, if she were to remake like all of the music videos that she had, like, oh my god, imagine she remade the Mevis music video. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know if Brendan Urie would be there, but
I said me and not me.
Oh, okay, right. Well, that I mean,
why would she remake me? Because
she needs the version without spelling is fun. She needs to get that.
So funny.
No, that mean we need. Can you imagine me with like Joey King and everything now?
I mean, yeah, it would probably do that too, and it would be hilarious. But like, I mean, this is like some random fantasy I made up in my head. But I mean, we'll talk about Joey King when we talk about the music video that we actually got. Do you want to get into the Better Than Revenge lyric change?
Yes. So, we have like the longest time I've thought, and like since we heard obviously the whole news about Taylor's versions for like every album and re-recording and everything, the one lyric that stood out on Speak Now is the whole she's an actress, whoa, like better known for the things in the mattress, blah blah blah. That lyric, obviously that lyric has a lot of like, it doesn't really stand with like what Taylor, not that Taylor didn't think this stuff before, but it's like a lot more like angst and like everything at 19, and a lot more anger and a lot more like frustration like leads to like things and lyrics like what she said in the original, but now she's like kind of grown up, and a lot of things, it was kind of summed up really well. It's like Taylor understands the whole view around her, and like people watching her and like are ready to pounce at every opportunity they get. So for her to release a song with that same lyric would definitely like land her in heat, even though it would be like very justified for her to do that, because it's like it's the whole point of recordings is to like make the song hers again and like re-release it so then she can like own it. So there was two sides to it. People were like, you can't really change the lyric because then that kind of takes away the definition of like re-recording it and like owning the original piece as yours finally. But then obviously people were like, it also makes sense because she said previously when going through these re-recordings that she takes lyric by lyric and like records lyric by lyric and like sees at what point she can change things and like master it in a sense.
I think like as a woman, it's like that lyric is obviously like not like it is like exactly what you said. It's something that you feel even if you don't mean it.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and it's like it's just that like little bit of angst, and I think lots of people like wanted that in the song. And if Taylor kept that in the song, I wouldn't care. Like I would have been happy with it if she kept it in the song. I would have been like, this is a slay, like you're reclaiming this, that's exciting, you know. Girl boss feminist move. But I also think that if Taylor isn't comfortable with that in her song, then she shouldn't have to feel like she needs to have a song that's she owns with those lyrics. And if you go on the Genius annotation of the new lyric, you can see that there's an interview that she did in 2014 for The Guardian where she said, I'm just going to read the first few sentences. As I was 18 when I wrote this lyric. That's the age you are when you think someone can actually take your boyfriend. Then you grow up and realize no one can take someone from you if they don't want to leave. As a teenager, I didn't understand that saying you're a feminist is just saying that you hope women and men will have equal rights and equal opportunities. What it seemed to me, the way it was phrased in culture, society, was that you hate men. And now, I think a lot of girls have had a feminist awakening because they understand what the word means. For so long, it's been made to seem like something where you'd pick it against the opposite sex, whereas it's not about that at all. And I think if Taylor was showing regret in a 2014 interview, saying that I shouldn't have written that lyric because, you know, I wanted to be like, I hate men in my song, which I think is like girl boss slay. Like, it's not like in like, oh my god, I hate men. It's like, I hate men, you know? Yeah. But like, but anyway, that's besides the point. I think that if Taylor felt uncomfortable with it in 2014, and then in 2023, when she was, or I guess in 2022, when she was re-recording it, still felt uncomfortable with keeping that in her song, and like literally 8 years had passed, then that is okay. And she can say, you know, I have grown and I don't want this to be something that I own. So I want to change it. And she can do that. And we should respect that. It's her decision. And that doesn't mean you should go and stream the stolen version. Like it does take away. People are right when they say it takes away from the value of the new releases, but that's not why she's doing this. She said a million times over that she never expected people to stream the new albums. She was doing it so that she could own her music. Yeah. And so I think that she doesn't actually care if you go and stream the other one, if that's really what you want and what you believe in, and if you don't want to support Taylor with her journey to own all these albums, then that's fine. You can go and stream the old one because that's what you want. But I don't think most people who are Swifties would do that, because they would respect that it was a decision that Taylor made, and it's not our decision because it's not our music.
Yeah. That, like, it is that thing of, but you know what's really special about it is the fact that she has like so much like she feels that she's able to do that, like she's able to change it and not be like, oh, everybody's gonna hate it, because like obviously people will hate it, and I am the biggest like Better Than Revenge is like one of my like top 5 songs probably, if not top 5, top 10, like, and it's not, when I sing that lyric, I don't scream it in in a nasty way. It's more of just like, it's just one of those lyrics you scream at the top of your lung, and you always have. But like, and when I like had the biggest shock to the change, I kind of knew it was coming. I seen it on Twitter the day before, because people can't stop leaking stuff like 12 hours before the album comes out. Oh, annoying. But you know what? Like the new lyric actually like I was singing along to it today, and it fits so well. Like, it is such a good lyric.
Yeah, I feel like if we didn't know the other lyric existed, people would be like, "Oh my god, this is such a good lyric."
Yeah, like, and I do get it, like the nostalgia hits and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the first listen, I was like, oh, this is sad, but you do just give it a chance, and if you want to stream the old one, do it. Like, nobody's forcing you not to, but if you respect Taylor and you respect the whole like process of literally what she's been through and what she's trying to go through to like reclaim and show that people should be able to own their music, then you should understand that I'm sure you can go with like a couple lines in a song, and just fucking listen to the new one. The new one is so good. Like, he was a moth to the flame, she was holding the matches. Like, it's such, like, that is like folklore lyrics back in like
It's crazy.
Speak Nowadays. It's such a good lyric. But yeah, like, it's literally just so good that she was able to feel like she had the power to change it, and it's not like, I feel like honestly old Taylor wouldn't have changed it like back in the day, because she would have felt like this whole like, because even writing Speak Now, she felt like she couldn't say anything out in the public or do things that she wanted to do. But this just shows like the destination
she doesn't,
and the journey she went through to like know that she can do this and she has the power to, and like fuck everybody else. That's
she
so
knows
good.
that she would have got hate for it, but she doesn't care, which is shows so much growth, and I love that for her.
It's so good. She deserves it. So stream the new one, or you're blocked from listening to this podcast. I've said it. Please don't stay, please.
We love you. Please stay. We have some from the vault songs. We have 6 vault songs to talk about. We are going to go through these one by one, talk about our feelings about each one, and then we're going to tell you guys what we think our favorites, what our favorites are. Wow. Speaking. Okay, so the first one is Electric Touch, Taylor's version from the vault, featuring Fall Out Boy. This is produced by Taylor Swift and Aaron Dessner. Jack, do you want to go first on this one?
Yes. So this is, I will fully admit, I'm not a Fall Out Boy listener. I've never listened to them. And like when I did an initial like vault track like first listen, after listening to it for the first time, this is kind of what I thought. And then I done one before they came out, and then initial thought, and then it's changed a lot since then. So initial thought would be like 6 for Electric Touch, just because I wasn't a Fall Out Boy listener. Like first listen after that, it moved up a lot, and it was kind of like top 3. It's just something about it. It's very like, it was like I felt the whole song, like you're not gonna be able to see me on camera, but I literally was like bobbing my head, like I was like singing along and like just having such a good time. And it was just felt like really refreshing, and it kind of just fit the album really well. And we love Aaron Dessner. As much as people like to just say that Jack and Aaron should stop with Taylor for a little bit, but we love like, you can't even tell they've touched it genuinely. Like, I don't know, there's just something so fun about it. But you've definitely had more chances to listen to it. I don't have internet over the last weekend, so I've only had a couple listens.
I think that this is not one of my favorite vault songs. I like it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but it's just like not my favorite. I think it's like something I can like vibe to. I just feel like the other vault songs stand out a little bit more to me. So it's like when I was going through the album, this wasn't something I was playing a lot, honestly, because I was like on it. But like I feel like the lyrics are really good. Just like the way that she describes everything, like all I know is that this could either break my heart or bringing this back to like, got a feeling your electric touch could fill this ghost town up with life. Like that is like, those lyrics are great. I wonder how they, because obviously Aaron produced this, and this is something that she wrote during the Speak Now era. I'm assuming it was never like, it might have been fully produced, but I just wonder how she changed, because obviously when you have like Fall Out Boy wasn't on this originally, so when you have that, I wonder how the production of this changed, because I feel like some of the production of this did not feel so Speak Now, which is like expected, because some of, like, obviously the production, it felt a little bit Speak Now, to be fair, but I just wonder, like, what her and Aaron did to this song, and like how it sounded actually, like when she wrote it in the Speak Now era, when it was just her on the song, which is just more my curiosity, not saying that, oh my god, I wish it was like that, because I still love it, and I think that this would be like, I think that this song as a guitar acoustic song as a surprise song would be really fun. I think that would be exciting.
Yeah, she's been holding back on Speak Now, but I think definitely the next couple of concerts we're going to get a lot of, like...
I mean, we got 3 this weekend, so I don't know. There's not much left to give, and obviously she couldn't play vault tracks until now, but she's already played 1, but which we're going to talk about next. When Emma Falls in Love, which is produced by Taylor and Aaron again. I love this song. And this song is about Emma Stone.
What
it's
is that?
not
Did
confirmed.
we have it confirmed? Oh, I was going to say, oh, never mind.
It's not confirmed, but she said this song, before she spoke, she did a little speech before she sang this live in Kansas City as one of the surprise songs on night 1. And she said, this song I wrote about my friend Emma. And the only person that named Emma that Taylor's friends with, like actually friends with, not just like acquaintances with, is Emma Stone.
Yeah.
So it's definitely about Emma Stone.
Just done that.
And then I just like, it's giving me like younger version of Dorothea kind of.
Yeah, I've seen people make that connection.
It just love, like, you know, when you're 18 and you look at everyone else, when, like, I just remember when I was an 18-year-old girl and I'm like, I wish I was her who got all the boys. I don't know, like, it's just the way that you feel when you're that age, when you're like leaving your youth behind, and you're like, now I need to like get a partner, and like nobody looks at me the way they look at her. And I want to be her.
It does paint like such a pretty picture of the song.
Yeah.
But like also, yeah, it does really speak through like the whole, like at that age you genuinely just like see these things for like face value, and you're like, oh my god, that's like boys or girls or whatever is like all you think, not all you think about, but it's like a very large majority of like what your brain thinks about like when you're that young.
It's
so like if someone
cute.
gets like all the girls or all the boys, you're like, oh, like I wish I was them, because you think they're so important. But like it also, she just got it a very, like, she's painted it in such a beautiful way. And
it's
the lyrics
so nice, and the way she talks about Emma is like, oh my god.
It's very cute.
So
the lyric,
cute.
she won't lose herself in love the way that I did, because she'll call you out, she'll put you in your place. When Emma falls in love, I'm learning. But then there's like I've just clicked on the annotation, and it says, here, Emma is the inverse of the version of herself Swift paints in The Foolish One. It's obviously the lyric is, and the voices say, you're no exception, you will never learn your lesson.
Oh my god.
Which is such...
What?
You don't hear
I
these
didn't
things,
know that. Oh
but
my
it's
god,
like
that's
I'm learning
crazy.
at the end. It's like, and it's not only does Taylor envy Emma for her charms, she also envies the fact that she is the exact opposite of herself in love. While Emma waits and takes her time and jokes about how this one could go wrong, Taylor is a hopeless romantic, checking her mailbox for confessions of love. On the album Prologue, she speaks. She describes the years during which she wrote Speak Now as her most idealistic and hopeful years. Yet she shows a seed of doubt, wishing she could be a touch more cynical. God, I love Genius so much. I would never have put that.
I cry. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Okay, next song. We got lots to talk about, so we got to be quick. I Can See You.
You can?
Fuck off. I Can See You from the Vault, produced by Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff.
Jack.
I love this song so much. I was in the gym the other day and I was strutting to the song on the treadmill because it's such a good treadmill song. Okay, just trust me. Like, it's such a good treadmill song. I was getting in such a workout just playing this song, and I was like full dancing, and I think the person next to me was like, this girl's insane. Like, I was looking at myself in the mirror and like mouthing all the lyrics and like dancing and then strutting on the treadmill. It was like iconic. Honestly, I'm iconic. I should be on Taylor Swift's dance even though I'm not a dancer. Anyway, the thing that I do have to say is, I don't know, I'm just obsessed with the vibes in this song. I'm so obsessed with it. I don't have anything else to say other than that.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, when you said you're on the treadmill, my mind always just goes back to that Apple Music clip with Taylor, like, running on the treadmill.
Oh
and,
my
like,
god, stop. That's so funny. Okay, anyway,
yeah,
I forgot about
I honestly
that.
don't have any, like, you literally take it out. It's just such a vibe. The lyrics are awesome, and it's just one of those songs that you can listen to, like, walking along and just feel so, like, badass listening to it. Like, nobody knows what you're listening to, but you've got this, like, strut in your step, and you're just kind of like, yeah, like, I'm that guy. Like, yeah, it's so fun, and she's, like, kind of blessed us a lot with the song.
Oh my god.
And
yeah, it's great. Okay, and while we're here, I think we should talk about the music video now. So kind of crazy, during the Kansas City Airs Tour Night 1, she premiered a music video for I Can See You. Taylor said that so this is like the promo single of the album, which I think is a really good choice. I think it's going to do well on radio and whatever. I think the music video is insanely good. Like, I absolutely love the thought. So in the music video, there was Joey King, Taylor Lautner, and Presley Cash.
Stan.
Joey King and Presley Cash were in the Mean music video, and then Taylor Lautner, obviously Taylor Lautner.
The only
famously Back to December written about him. Anyway, they were in this music video, and oh my god, like, just the parallels in this music video between everything and between them, like, breaking Taylor out of the vault. And I don't know, what were your thoughts on it, Jack? I thought it was so good.
So I only got to watch it on Sunday night because I was away, I had no internet, and I had, like, tiny snippets of, like, information getting through for, like, this small, like, window where I had a tiny bit of service.
Yeah.
So I kept seeing, like, different things, like, music video, and I was like, what music video? And I couldn't see. And then I've seen, like, different things about what we're talking about in a second, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I was so shocked. I felt like Delphine during, like, folklore days,
Oh
but
my
not
god,
even, like,
stop.
remotely as close, because, like, folklore and stuff were such a big thing, but, like, I've just felt so out of the loop, but I could, like, see the tiny things happening. But got to watch it on Sunday, and I just was smiling the whole entire way through, like, all the Easter eggs, all the looks, like, the whole, like, message behind the video, just, like, the fact that she brought everybody back, and, like, the choreography of, like, the stunt and scenes and everything was, like, so cool. Taylor Lautner looks like a badass as usual.
So they actually matched Taylor's stunt with the guys, the guard guys in the museum, exactly to the stunt that he did on SNL, on you know, the cardboard cutout of Kanye West saying, like, what he would do to Kanye West after what he did to Taylor.
Yeah.
And they actually copied it exactly in that. Like, the exact stunt is what was done in the music video, which is crazy to think.
Woman must never sleep. How does she, like, think about this stuff?
Like how, like, he's defending her, and then, like, when they stop and they look at the dress that Joey wore in the Mean music video, and she's, like, all sad that, oh, this Taylor was stolen from us and I want her back. And then they, like, open the vault, and there's, like, there's all those ticks on the wall, and apparently the number of days of those ticks on the wall match the number of days between when Scooter stole, like, when she announced the re-recordings and Scooter stole her masters, till, like, today, when Speak Now was released, which is insane. And then they all run out, and, like, Presley Cash is, like, manning the operation behind it. It's so fun. It's such a good idea. with all the different
looks.
dresses.
Oh, honestly.
Oh my god. And okay, so I saw somebody on Twitter point something out. So about how in the Look What You Made Me Do video, there's no Speak Now Taylor. And there's a lot of Reputation references in the video.
Oh my god.
People are saying it implies that, like, what we've seen and what we know, it implies that Speak Now Taylor is just a younger version of Reputation Taylor. So Reputation Taylor is Speak Now Taylor all grown up. That's why there's no Speak Now Taylor in the Look What You Made Me Do video, and that's why the Speak Now Taylor is sitting in the exact same vault that's in the Look What You Made Me Do video, because they're the same person.
Holy shit. So I seen that clip, obviously, like, of the Look What You Made Me Do video where she's standing in the vault, and then obviously the vault's by side, but I didn't see the stuff about it being the older version. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. And then they obviously drive at the end to this sign that says 1989 TV, which is like the bridge height sign. Which is like, Taylor isn't... I think people need to stop being like, no, it's Reputation because she's driving in a getaway car. Like, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Like, Taylor has never been subtle with her Easter eggs. It obviously means that 1989 TV is next. Like, please be for real.
It's like it's very interesting, because when would she release it? Because 1989 is not a winter album. Or like, no. It's not like an autumn album. So like, is the next one we're going to get next year, which I'm not tempted that she's gonna. I think she's gonna announce it maybe during like one of the Latin America tour dates, right. Or maybe she'll like the 1989 tour opened in Tokyo, didn't it? I want to say yes.
It was either I'm looking it up right now, guys, because I want to know. I feel like it was Tokyo that it was the first show. Oh, yeah, the first show was in Tokyo. See, I have a good memory.
You should actually. That would not have came up.
So she's playing in Tokyo in the ETAS tour. I don't know what the days are. I'm sorry, guys. I'm fake.
You're telling me you don't have these dates remembered?
Like every single day? I know. February 7th through 10th, she is playing in Tokyo Dome. So I have a feeling that either that's going to be the 1989 release day and she'll maybe announce it during one of the Latin America dates, or that's going to be when she announces 1989 TV. It could also be Melbourne, which is February 16th. Because she closed the 1989 World Tour in Melbourne. So it could be one or the other, but I feel like I don't know why, but I just feel like one of those two cities are something's gonna happen in them, because they were like the opening and closing dates of the 1989 World Tour. So like maybe that's kind of special.
Yeah, well, if that happens, come back to this podcast and tell us we're right, or tell Raes she's right. You've predicted it and it's now going to happen.
I know it is going to happen. Which, like, you're right. 1989 is a summer album, and I was kind of expecting 1989 to be next because I knew we were going to get a release this summer.
Yeah. And
I was like, 1989 would be the summer album to release, and then like in the winter she'll release Speak Now, but she didn't do that. So here we are.
That music video had so many Easter eggs. Like, there was a bunch for, as you said, like the rep thing. There was also a bunch of like things to do with lights and everything that were more 1989. There was more things to like the Bad Blood music video with like Joey blowing the dust onto the lasers from the Bad Blood like reference. So there was like so many that, you know, Taylor does this. Like, she obviously puts a bunch of Easter eggs in. But she's like, I do believe that kind of 1989 has to be next, so I feel like you're going to be right, definitely, with like what you said it could happen on any of those dates, or if not, then we might just have to wait a wee while for it, which I feel so happy with doing.
She said in Kansas City. This is the first album I'm releasing on the Eras tour, which implies there will be next albums on the Eras tour, so I do believe that we'll be getting 1989 before the Eras tour is over, and we might even get Rep before the Eras tour is over.
My poor debut.
And then debut. Well, she didn't have any debut on the set list, so
I'm so sad. Like,
I feel like debut might come after. I don't know. I don't know what would come first, debut or Rep, because it might be like fun if she reclaims her name and then reclaims her reputation, or if she reclaims her reputation and then reclaims her name. I don't know.
That's
what comes first. Who knows? But I feel like Taylor's version should be last. It'll be fun.
But you're on fire with this day. Like, these thoughts are like crazy.
Anyway, we have to move on.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner does backflips, by the way. Sorry. We
forgot about that. We forgot about that when she brought everyone on stage and Taylor did backflips on stage.
That takes a lot of guts, because I would be scared that I'd fail them, and like everybody would just see me fall.
I would laugh so hard. And can we talk about Taylor Lautner doing like the Spider-Man thing? Yes. Oh my god, I love. Oh wait, why did I say Taylor Lautner 3 times? You know what I meant. No, you're not. Okay, remove it.
I'm putting the image right there as well. But
I meant Taylor Swift, Taylor Lautner, and Taylor Lautner. Okay, like, you know what I meant. I just like, I was picturing the image in my mind, and I was like, yeah, there's 3 people. You know, they all say the same. Then I was like, Taylor Lautner. They're just it's just so confusing, Jack. Okay.
I just love how they've literally just become like friends. Like, and it's so good to see it like normalized. Like, obviously, a lot of people say you can't, but you can become friends with like people once you've kind of understood the situation, and like you don't always have to have the resentment there.
I think that Taylor Lautner girl version is an ultimate mastermind for being a literal Swiftie growing up, and then marrying Taylor Lautner, and then convincing Taylor Lautner to rekindle his friendship with Taylor Swift, so that and now they're friends. Like, that is the ultimate Swiftie mastermind.
She obviously said, he was a very positive force in my life when I was making the Speak Now album, and I want to say he did every single stunt that you saw in the music video. He and his wife have become some of my closest friends, and it's very convenient because we all share the same first name. But then obviously Taylor Lautner, the male version, had the ability to finally speak up and say his kind of piece.
Oh my god, that was so
which was
cute.
So sweet. Obviously, because you just know he wanted to, like, when everything was going down. But yeah, it was just a super cute moment, and just to see them all on stage, it's like the Taylor verse is like growing, and it's just so fun to see everybody together.
I mean, they were all already part of the Taylor verse, but like theirs was growing up.
Yeah, just to see them like that version, like with her when she's like reclaiming this.
I mean, Joey King has been so successful. I think the first time I saw her was in the Mean music video, but she's been in so many movies, and it's crazy. And then just to see her back on stage with Taylor, that was kind of crazy. Anyway, next vault song.
Sorry, there's a lot to talk about.
No, it's okay. Castles Crumbling featuring Paramore, produced by Jack Antonoff. Oh my god, I cry. This song is so sad. Yeah. It is so sad, and it kind of like it talks about what I talked about earlier, and about how when she was younger, like, you know, she was scared of losing her fans, and like she had all of these fans from Fearless, and then the shit happened with the VMAs thing, and she felt like her whole world was over. So the fans who were there for her through all of that were important to her, and that's obviously like really special. And I think this song is obviously like talking about how scary that was for her, for that to happen, and then to have Paramore on it, who's obviously also like was a big star around that time, and then like everything like that. It's really special, and I'm really excited that in the Europe and UK dates, they're going to get to hear this live, and both me and Jack will get to hear it live, which you'll hear it soon. You'll find out more about it soon.
Spoilers. The lyric, the tears. Power went to my head and I couldn't stop. Ones I loved tried to help, so I ran them off. And here I sit alone behind walls of regret, falling down like promises that I never kept. Like, stop. Taylor,
I'm
what are
actually
you
crying.
trying to do? It's
I
it's
love
sad.
it. So sad.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's so beautiful, and this is, I don't listen to Paramore. I will have to now, and like, it's not that I'm being forced to. Like, I really want to. It's just something that I've never listened to, and I
You are missing out. So 11th grade Ray, who was like obsessed with Paramore, I just like, you're missing out. I like, honestly,
you don't have the
you're
best
missing out.
time.
That's gonna be fun. Dylan loves Paramore, so that'll be fun.
That is so fun. Oh, he's gonna have such a good time.
Next vault track, Foolish One from the Vault, produced by Aaron Dessner. This song is for the Delulu girls. Anyway, go on, Jack.
Oh no, I'm just processing it mentally. You're so right. It is for the Delulu girls.
This song is, oh my god! If I had this song when Speak Now came out, I would be like this is the kind of song that I would totally relate to back then, and I would be like, oh my god, I needed this song when I was that age. I needed this song, but oh my god, I love it. It's also a really good treadmill strut song. It's a little bit slower than I Can See You, but I also listened to this while I was in the gym, and it was really great. So, and I was also like vibing.
Thanks. You're slowly making up my gym playlist, so thanks for all your input. It's just that chorus. I bet it's so vibey, like foolish.
Oh my god. Yeah, and like that beat. It's a bit slower, obviously, but it's a good like startup song. Anyway.
We do love these songs. We're not gonna spend too long on them, but another
good.
So good.
The last song is Timeless with Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff, and I'll let you talk because I talked about the last one.
Timeless, which again was produced by Jack Antonoff. Words, hello.
Words.
The narrator ruminates on the idea of fate, wistfully imagining herself and her lover throughout time. The song is ultimately about a love so powerful that it would still come to fruition even under circumstances that made it close to I can't speak. It made it close to impossible to exist. This is such a fun song. It's, again, like, the lyrics are very like powerful in certain areas. Just the way she writes is just so beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
And Timeless is like a favorite for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people.
I feel like it's really good. I feel like, yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely up there. It's really, really good. It's just like, I don't know. It's such good storytelling. I love it.
I honestly, like, see, after this, or if you haven't done it already, just go and look at like people's breakdowns of these lyrics, and like, or even Genius, and it's just like such a, like, you get such a different understanding, like more respect for the lyrics.
Okay, so that is all the vault tracks. We are going to give our rankings of the vault tracks from our most to least favorite. That doesn't mean we don't like any of them, so don't come for us. But we are ranking them because we are podcasters who must make decisions.
So true.
Would you like to go first?
I'm scared, but I'll go first.
Okay.
So number 1 is Foolish One.
Ooh.
Number
okay.
2, I Can See You.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Castles Crumbling. Number 4, When Emma Falls in Love. Number 5 is Electric Touch. And number 6 is Timeless. I'm going to get hate. I don't dislike Timeless. It's just not my...
I mean, you just talked about how much you loved it, so we don't
that's true.
think that you dislike it. But,
don't come for me.
You know, that you got to rank them. Okay. My ranking is number 1, I Can See You. Number 2, Foolish One. Number 3, Castles Crumbling. Number 4, Timeless.
Okay.
Number 5, When Emma Falls in Love. Number 6, Electric Touch. So, I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't hate Electric Touch. Just, yeah, that's just it. And I don't hate it when Emma Falls in Love. That's my ranking. And that is Speak Now Taylor's version. So make sure you stream it and make sure you replace all of your playlists from the old Taylor's version to not the old version to the stolen version to the Taylor's version. That's really important.
Including Better Than Revenge. I see every single one of you. Do it.
Yeah, and we'll block you.
Yeah,
for real.
Will. Yeah, you won't be able to see this podcast.
So, Speak Now had a few release parties at Eras Tour show days, which is exciting. There was a few surprises. We obviously talked about the music video, which is fun. There was Taylor played Long Live, and she played it with her band alongside her, just like she did in the Speak Now era at World Tour, the Speak Now World Tour. And oh my God, I was crying. It was the best thing ever. I just, Long Live Live is so special. I don't think it is a permanent addition to the set list, despite what people say on Twitter. From Taylor's words, it sounded like it was just something special she did for this weekend, and it isn't on the set list. I do think she will play it again because it was part of the set list and it wasn't a surprise song. It will come back as a surprise song probably on closing night. So there's that. I don't know what you think about Long Live Live, Jack.
Oh, yeah, it always has such a, like, it's one of those songs that if you think of like a Taylor concert, like some of the, if you ask one random Swiftie, like there will always be a memory of like a Long Live at a concert.
Oh my God.
So like to be there like when it was done, like added to it just for a couple days, but like to be there closing night, and if she does do it, that's like a different experience. Like,
yeah, I think the funny thing is when she was like, she knows, like she knows how her fandom has become, and she knows. And I know people are complaining, being like, Eras Tour is the tour she should have played Long Live, and like she adds it to the set list. It's unfair for the people who had it before, which it is. I think it's unfair to the people who had shows before, and I don't think she should add it to the permanent set list. I think she knows that this tour is for the general public and it is not for her fans, which sucks. But she knows, because she was like, before she played it, she was just like, this song, I'm going to play one more song for Speak Now. That's all she said. And then she played it, and she knew that the people online would understand the meaning and everything, but she didn't, like, I just think about Rep Tour, and I think about her singing Long Live every single night of Rep Tour, and what she said before she sang Long Live every single night of Rep Tour, when she was like, for me, this song will always be about you. And when she looked into the crowd in Rep Tour, she saw people in the crowd who were there for her when she went into hiding for 3 years, when she went through her worst scandal of all time, and who stood by her side and were at her tour and were supporting her through one of the scariest parts of her life. And when she looks into the crowd in the Eras Tour, she doesn't see that. And I know that because she would have said that.
Yeah.
And that's why she's not playing Long Live, because Long Live was the song to be played during Rep Tour, because Long Live is a song for the people who have been through hell with Taylor, right? And going through COVID with Taylor was not like going through hell. It's like you got 2 albums and you didn't get to see her live, and it sucked that your Loverfest was canceled, and it sucks. It was awful, yes, but it wasn't like you were there for me through the hardest moments of my life, kind of, which is what Long Live is about.
Yeah, you're smashing it today. I'm hearing almost tears, and you're just like thinking these like full on like verses.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, speak, queen.
Crazy. Anyway, that was a really long rant, and like, it's just how I feel about like, I don't think that people should be hated on for when they become fans of certain artists, really, but I do think that like, there's a bond that Swifties have who have been here from the start, especially the Swifties who were here through Rep era. I think if you were here like from 1989 and you went through everything that happened after that, and then the Rep era, and then the Lover era, and then watched her blow up again after the public decided she was public enemy #1, then there's some kind of like trauma bond we all have, and we can spot who doesn't have it.
Yeah, like everybody's important when they became fans, but yeah, you're so right. Like, no, unless you were there, you will just never understand like the experience of being like a fan during that era, and like that's what we experienced. Like, and we only seen parts of what Taylor experienced, but like, from what we seen, like it connected, like we were able to connect through that. And if you just weren't there, it's just very hard to like understand like the meaning of some songs, or like how much certain things mean to Swifties who were there, or have been there like for everything. But it doesn't mean you're not like a Swiftie. It's just like it happens in every fandom. Like, there's times where you don't have like the same kind of context, or you just don't have that connection to certain things that other people do. But that long live is important, and I do believe that like if she was to add it permanently, it doesn't really feel like she's doing it justice, because it is just the way the tickets and stuff went, it is a lot more for like locals and everything, where Rep was literally like perfect. It was like the audience like perfect for it.
100%. I think Rep was the tour that I went to that I felt the most like community at.
Like everybody was holding hands like the whole time, like
for such a big show. Like, how many people were in that stadium? It felt like a family, and it was crazy. But anyway, that's fun. That's about the Eras Tour Kansas City. Some other stuff happened at the Eras Tour Kansas City that we need to discuss. So I am a big Muna fan. I'm a big Gracie Abrams fan. And Gracie and Muna have been touring with Taylor. So Gracie's first opener, Muna's second opener. So they've been together for like the last few stops. The last few stops like since Chicago, and I think Denver is their last stop together. Gracie's still on, but Muna, I think, is just coming back in LA. But taygracie Muna is like my dream. And Gracie and Muna, Gracie did Silk verse for the uninitiated. She sang Phoebe's verse on Silk Chiffon, the song that goes "Life's so fun, life's so fun." You probably know it because it's popular. But oh my god, I cried. I cried because that was like so special to me. Like, seeing your favorite artist together. That was for me. I have been so excited about taygracie Muna. I have not been able to go to one of the shows because it's just not, it wasn't good timing for me. It's far, it's expensive, and it's not easy to get tickets. But taygracie Muna was crazy singing Silk verse. The Twitter reaction was kind of upsetting to me. Yeah. Some people were like, she's queer baiting by singing Silk verse. Like, firstly, I mean, like, Gracie could be bi, but I mean, she has a song like Amelie isn't really like a straight person song. But like, she has a boyfriend, she's straight passing, she's straight presenting, and she hasn't said otherwise, so we can't really assume anything, and we have to treat her like a straight person. But like, freaking Lorde sang Silk Chiffon too. It's not just something gatekeep for like queer people, because it's not up to the people on Stan Twitter to decide who gets to sing Silk verse with Muna. I'm sure that Gracie didn't just insert herself, and like Muna, like, they probably were like, yes, I want you to sing this with us, and I want you to sing the verse with us, and they probably asked her, to be honest. Like, And if that's what Munos wants for their song, then y'all can shut the fuck up online about your stan Twitter. This is for queer people only. Like, I am queer, for the record. So, like, please don't attack me. But, like, I just think it should be the artist's decision, and I think that it's stupid to be hating on Gracie because her and Muna have become good friends because they've been touring together and they've been posting so much Instagram content together, which is like my lifeblood. I remember the first Gracie Muna picture I tweeted and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then like this happens. I'm like literally insane. Anyway, but something even more insane happened. Taygracie.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Cincinnati, night 2, stop. I still can't believe it. Like, I woke up and you know that way where you just, like, fully go into a state of, like, shock and you genuinely just don't realise, like, it's real. Taygracie, I miss you. Crazy. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I missed this because I was sleeping. And I
watched it live. I'm so happy I got to see that live. I literally threw up. I didn't literally throw up, but I felt like I was going to throw up. I was like hyperventilating. I literally ran around my apartment screaming like, oh my god, that is insane. And like, for those of you who don't know, like specifically that song means a lot to me. I went and found this message that I sent my boyfriend back in freaking 2020. I don't remember the exact month, but it was 2020. So like literally like a few months after I Miss You, I'm Sorry came out, before like Gracie was big at all. Nobody knew who the fuck she was. And I did, because I'm cool. No, I like I said, it doesn't matter when you became a fan of someone. And I have this message saying like, I love this, that I wrote to him, and I was like, I want you to listen to this song. It's not a love song, but I love it, and it calms my anxiety, and it's my favorite thing. And it was I Miss You, I'm Sorry. And I'm like, shut up. There's no way that Taylor fucking Swift just sang it with her. It's literally like everything and more to me.
Stop. Minor is like a lot. So many songs on Minor connect with me throughout Gracie's full like discography. And
so good.
The whole performance is like just I actually have no words, but please listen to it and
love it.
It just makes me more sad that we're definitely like, not that we're not gonna get moments, because we're definitely gonna get like castles crumbling and stuff, but like when it comes to like artists like Gracie, or like say in this case like other artists like Maisie or like Sabrina or anything like that, like see if someone like obviously Paramore I don't listen to, but that's still gonna be such a sick moment. But it's like something like this, like Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift singing I Miss You, I'm Sorry, like hits me in the heart so bad, because I just know I'll never get to experience something like that, and I'm so grateful to even have a video of it. But like I did see like a couple people complaining about their surprise songs. They literally got free. They can shush, like they can actually like,
if people complain about getting I Miss You, I'm Sorry, and then like okay, maybe you don't know who Gracie was, but like what were the other surprise songs they got?
It was Ivy and Call It What You Want.
Getting Ivy and getting a freaking rep song when Taylor never plays rep songs. Like, stop complaining.
Although she did just rush through that. She was like fully playing on like times 2 speed just to get through it.
But it's okay. It's okay. You still got the song. True. Calm down. Okay.
Sorry, it was just. Please watch the video.
It's so good. Okay, the last thing that we have to talk about, when this episode's probably already really long, and we're just sorry, but thanks for like being here and caring about what we have to say in my like long random rants.
This part's really important.
We're going to the air.
Yes. Let's go.
Well, I'm going in London and Jack's going in Edinburgh, and the Midnight's pre-sale. We love the Midnight's pre-sale.
Oh my god. Ticketmaster finally have done something right.
Oh my god.
the whole time we've seen people go for these experiences have such a bad experience, and like we've constantly been like, we're gonna have such a bad experience, like we are gonna be in these queues for 8 hours and like try and like
I had such a bad experience in November. Like the bonding experience I've had with some people it's crazy, from like what happened to us in November, from like codes being sent out by random and like no control over whether you get a code or not, and then not getting any code, and then like thinking, okay, well, at least I can try in the general sale, and then being told the day before the general sale, sorry, like, no, there's not going to be a general sale, and being literally left stranded when ticket resale prices are $2,000, crazy amount of money that nobody really can afford. And I got lucky that I won a freaking giveaway. Otherwise, I would not be going to the Eras Tour in the US because of how awful the experience was. So, like, I've literally been in the trenches for 8 months, and, like, I finally secured tickets because I ordered Midnights off the UK shop, which is, like, how you should do it, because literally my entire timeline is getting tickets, which is so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Like, I do have something to say. There has been a lot of people being like, well, I've not got a code and stuff. But I think they've done it very fairly. Like when Midnights was released, you were able to sign up without buying anything. They
didn't like tell you like 2 weeks ago you had to order Midnights. Like, and they told, like, if you paid attention to Taylor's socials and you cared enough to go to her tour, then you would have at least signed up for the no purchase necessary link. And like, there's people without a code, but maybe they're internationals who weren't initially planning on going to the UK or something like that. But there is still a chance in the general sale. There's lots of fans getting tickets, and at the end of the day, there will be opportunity for fans to get tickets. And I do believe that the general sale will be okay as well.
Well, as of recording this right now, the Edinburgh last date still has tickets. But it'll be gone obviously by the time this comes out, but it is refreshing to see that, and it just means that there obviously is we were speaking about it before we started. We were really bad at this. We like join the call and just speak about stuff before we even start. But the theory is that possibly they've given all the tickets in these Midnights pre-sales. Hopefully not. But if that's the case, then like people are getting definitely like over the next couple of days, people will run out of codes and like tickets to buy. So like there will still be some accessible, hopefully.
I 100% believe that the tickets that are going on sale tomorrow, I think people are saving stuff for closing night, but I don't think that the last Wembley day, like the June 21st Wembley day, and even like the night 2 stuff tomorrow, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people trying, because I think people have run out of code numbers, but we'll see. I'm going to try again tomorrow for another day maybe, but for friends and stuff, so we'll see. Because I only bought 2, so I still have 2 more tickets left, so I'm able to help out friends and everything as well. So like, there's ways to get tickets, and and like the Europe sales that are happening this week, so we'll see how those goes, and we really hope that they go well. The Singapore sales happened, and they were okay. Still like kind of tough to get tickets, obviously. I think that all the other countries had a shit show, and I'm really thankful for Ticketmaster UK. And I think last week, Wednesday, me and Jack were texting, and we were like freaking out because we were supposed to get our general on sale things then, and we didn't. We ended up getting this email with a lot of information, and then people on Twitter are like freaking out, like, what's the information? It's like, just read your email, because when they send you emails, they send you all of the information you need to know, and there is an FAQ link at the bottom, so if you have questions, your answer is probably in the FAQ link. If you go on Twitter and try to get answers from Twitter accounts who are reposting information and trying to be the first one to say information so that they get the most retweets when they're probably wrong, you will make yourself more stressed out. Genuinely. I was texting Jack when we got the pre-sale information, and I was literally saying, like, oh my god, why are people freaking out? Like, read the email. They have split it up between Ticketmaster and Access, which is really good because it means that they have seen how many people have signed up. They have seen how many codes they are planning to give out for Midnight's pre-sale, for general on sale, and they know that their website cannot handle it, and that if they let that many people into their queue, it will crash, and then nobody's going to get tickets, and it'll go to bots. They know that. So in order for them to stop it, they have split up between Access and Ticketmaster. Access, for people who don't live in the UK and don't know, are Ticketmaster's main competitor. So for them to literally give half of their revenue from one of the biggest tours in the world right now to their biggest competitor means that they're really like, if we fuck this up, our business is screwed.
Yeah.
It means that they care, and they saw what happened in the US, and they saw the what's happening in the US to Ticketmaster US. So for those of you who don't know, Ticketmaster is one name, but they are separate entities around the world. So every country has their own Ticketmaster. So Ticketmaster UK is a completely different company in the US. The US and Canadian company are merged, but that's another story. So if there are laws that happen in the US to Ticketmaster US, they will not apply to the UK. And Ticketmaster UK want to avoid that so they can make the most money. So they have to make this easy for fans so we don't throw a fit and like get the government involved or whatever. And like, I'm really thankful that they did that, because today there was probably the most people trying today for tickets.
Yeah.
And I think that everyone on my timeline who had a code and was trying for tickets today got them, which is really refreshing. And I am excited for these shows because now I know that there's going to be a lot of fans there who really care and want to see Taylor, and not just like the bitches who are like, I don't really know all the songs, but I'm excited.
I want to sing Shake It Off. Like, shut up.
Fuck off.
We come across as haters, but like, it's just genuinely so nice to see so many people that deserve it getting tickets. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
To come from like the US and everything, and like other sales, and see how much pain has been left behind to like seeing like
It's
this.
so
It's just
good.
so awesome.
It just proves that it prioritizes fans. Like when you have a pre-sale that closes 8 months before the actual on sale, that only real fans are going to actually care enough to look at that, because dates haven't come out and scalpers haven't been alarmed by it, and real fans are the only people who pre-order albums. Like, it just prioritizes them, and there is a general sale, so there is opportunity. And like, even if they cancel the general sale, I'll feel really bad for the people who didn't get a Midnight's code, but I also will like not feel as bad because it was under their control, versus in the US it was like you got a code randomly. Like, me not getting a code in the US, I did everything that I could to get a code, right? And I just wasn't lucky. And so yeah, I'm hopeful that tomorrow will be good and the sales will be good, and I'm hopeful that on Friday they will send codes and people will get chances in the general sale as well, and it will be all okay.
Yes. And if you're listening to this and haven't got one yet, or like haven't got a ticket yet, and you have got, and you hopefully do get access to general sale, like, don't give up, even because I feel like there definitely will still be opportunities down the line with giveaways. There is already one up. Let me just quickly grab it from where. I placed it on Twitter called The Ticket Room, and they're already giving away 2 tickets to see her either in Edinburgh, London or Liverpool, for the UK dates at least. So there is tons of giveaways, so just don't lose hope.
There's a lot of giveaways. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity. And if I can tell you from the US sale, if you did not get tickets in the initial sale, your tickets will find their way to you if you're meant to be there. And I really believe that. And I think that if you want to go, enter these giveaways. Don't feel like all hope is lost. Look for pages that are reselling tickets for face value. Stuff like that hopefully will be on your side. And it's unclear about whether tickets are transferable. It's unclear whether, Eras Tour Resale and all of the amazing Twitter accounts that have been getting Swifties tickets throughout the tour will be able to help in international days, because we're not sure. Like, all the rules by country are really different. It's harder to verify tickets. For example, in Brazil, they have PDF tickets, so it's next to impossible to verify if they're real. Yeah. So I don't know, wherever you live and wherever you're listening to this from, and wherever you want to go to the Eras Tour, if you need help with getting tickets, if you need any advice with the upcoming sales, you're welcome to join our Discord. Yes. I read every single FAQ like a crazy person, so if you have a question, I probably know the answer. If it's a country that's not in Europe, I probably don't know the answer, but I can definitely help you find the resources to figure it out. So join our Discord. I'm always happy to help you guys get tickets, because a fan of the podcast deserves to be at the Eras Tour.
True. And we've survived the Great War, so we want to try and help you guys do it as well. Yes. I don't know as much, but if Ray's busy, I'll spam her. I'll be like, check this link, find this FAQ. But yeah, I genuinely just really hope that you get tickets if you're going for them, and if you don't, it's not the end. So just keep trying, and
And don't freak out on Twitter. Just read the information you get from the website, and don't read information from random Twitter accounts, because they might not be real. So just, if you're ever stressed about a question and it's not in an FAQ or in an email, just reach out to the website themselves. They have helpline. They can help you. Don't freak out online, because it honestly, getting tickets, Jack can tell you, when you join the waiting room, they assign you a random place in the queue, and you can't change it. At the end of the day, that is your place in the queue. You join the queue, you get that number in the queue, and then you hope that you get into the front in time, that there's still tickets left, and that is it. There's nothing more you can do. So if you want to get tickets, just put on your Karma friendship bracelets and listen to Taylor Swift on repeat. You know what I did this morning? I wore my blue crew neck, which I'm still wearing today. I woke up, I took off my pajamas, I put on my blue crew neck, I put on my Karma friendship bracelet, and I started playing London Boy. And I played London Boy on repeat until the tickets were in my cart and checked out and paid for. And you bet your ass I will be doing the same thing tomorrow. So
I rate it. That is so fun. I can't have any music on, so I would listen to Speak Now TV up until the waiting room ended. I was like, okay, no music, concentration. Even though you literally can't, it doesn't even take a lot of concentration. But
I know.
We did manifest it hard, to be fair, but
we did good. I'm so happy for us.
Yeah, so
we
glad.
will help you guys get tickets too, because yay, exciting. And I think that is it for this week. Actually, did you want to talk about the beabadoobee thing, Jack?
Oh yeah, just to actually say, the way things go, Snippet has been kind of passed around, and beabadoobee has spoke about it, and it is coming out. So pre-save it. It's if you're a beabadoobee fan, or if you're a beabadoobies, that was so bad. Then
you're funny.
It's a song that we've all kind of known for a while. So if you want to go pre-save it, go do that, because it will be awesome, and we stand beabadoobee. So that was literally it. There was a lot to talk about this week.
So slay.
It was a fun, kind of
fun episode
recovery from last week. Again, join
I
the
talked a
Discord.
lot. I'm sorry.
But you did. But the thing is, you always say sorry, but you actually add very valuable things where I just ramble. So you can talk and you can.
Crazy.
I'm actually happy just to sit here and nod while you just talk. But join the Discord, and we will hopefully get you tickets.
Justice for Jack.
Justice for Jack. Maybe in one episode I'll just speak the whole thing. I don't want that. That would be so bad. Nobody would want to listen to that. Go check out the YouTube and any streaming software, podcast
and leave
like,
comments
area.
because we love reading comments. So
Let us
leave
know
comments.
your vault
We
track
love and rate
things.
if you're listening to on a podcast app. Make sure if you're listening to an Apple or whatever, make sure to give us 5-star rating because it really helps us out. So that's it. I think that's it.
That's it. Just have an amazing week. Good luck on getting tickets.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.